Hi Ben Brett, just on TV back with another video, and today is kind of a transfer stroke review. But first things first, if you're new or haven't, please support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you want the notification bell, just lets you know when new videos are uploaded. And on that, let's get into transfer news. First things first, players going out. It's been reported that Matt Holster is signed for New England Revolution in MLS for around 350,000, which doesn't really seem much. I know he was brought in on a trial, but or more of a free, and obviously make a profit. But obviously, 350 really doesn't seem that much. I think it's going to be very interesting now to see what happens for Rangers in the transfer market, whether they go for either someone that can play from right back to left back, or if they go for a right back or maybe a left back or a right back and a centre back or something. With Katic also being out injured for quite a length of time, we'll see what happens. Players possible on the way out, it's or will be going out on loan. Robbie McCrory has gone to, looks to be going to Livingston for the 2020-21 season, and it's apparently said that Rangers have an option to recall him in January, which seems kind of good but strange as well, but we'll see what happens there. The big kind of talking transfer news is that Rangers and Hibs seem to be kind of trying to see what will happen with Kamberi and Doherty. Some reports are saying that Hibs will let Kamberi stay at Rangers for another year's loan, and they want Doherty as part of it. And it seems strange. I get why they're doing it. I think if you look at Kamberi coming in, did very well at his time at Rangers, and Doherty, I think, scored something like 5 goals, or it was quite a good part of the Hibs team to avoid relegation. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's nothing's been said, but I do think that it is possible that Rangers might allow Doherty to go. I think then it might give Doherty time as well as minutes. So I think on one side, I know a lot of people won't be happy, but I think at the same time it does help Rangers to give Doherty more minutes, as well as possibly getting the odd goal here and there. I would be very surprised if the two players will have that they can play against each other's teams, and all Doherty will play for Hibs against Rangers and Kamberi will play for Rangers. I don't see that happening. I think it was near the end of last season that they didn't. I don't think they were allowed to play, so I would assume that the contract will probably just be like last season, and they can play every game except playing against the club, basically, unless Rangers decide to pay the money for Canberra. No, there was reports, I think it was something like 150,000 or something was apparently the quote with the valuation that Hibs wanted for Canberra. I know that Canberra's comment when he joined Rangers was obviously something else. I think his contract runs out next season, Canberra, so I think it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And yeah, that's all on the transfer news at the minute. Biggest news obviously is the new Rangers Crest. To me, I get, some things being tweaked and stuff. I get obviously the Rangers at the top and the football club underneath. Also before it was Rangers Football Club. and I get that, but to me, I'd have kept the old badge. It's something that I think a lot of it looks, you know, okay. It didn't seem wrong. I get, like I say, I get the, even if say the Rangers Football Club had been moved a bit, to what it looks like in the new Crest, I get that. That's fair enough. But I think like the red going into the blue and the line changing, it's just not my thing. I know a lot of people on Facebook etc. have been saying that they like it. To me, the line's my main thing. I think if they kept the line, like I said, changed the thing like the football and the red and the RFC bit in it, but kept the line from the old badge. Fair enough, I get it. It would probably look very nice, but to me, it's more the line than anything else. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, just kind of a video on kind of what's happening. Big thanks to everyone watching, and I'll see you next video. Alright guys, I'm out.